Hello everyone, I am Tagasling Rona May, and in this video, I am going to discuss the synopsis and the plot of the story Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There, written by Lewis Carroll. So I hope that you can learn something about this video. Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There is the sequel of the story Alice's Adventure in the Wonderland. So this second book sold extremely well, with 15,000 copies being bought in the first 7 weeks following the publication date. So most children's books of this time were instructional or were dry tales with moral message. So it is not surprising that these satirical and witty Alice books flourish, being enjoyed by adults as well as children. So, Lewis Carroll was a mathematician don at Christ Church. So, he is extremely fond of children and loved to entertain them with puzzles, games, and stories he had devised. So, the Alice book were based on stories he told to entertain the three eldest daughters of the Reverend Henry Church Liddell, the Dean of the Christ Church. So many of the characters in the book would be instantly recognizable to them as they are based on people they knew. So in and around Oxford, Dodgson's favorite of the daughters was Alice, and it was she who became the heroine of the story. Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass is a fantastical journey through a world where logic is inverted and imagination reigns supreme. So Alice, the protagonist, once again steps beyond the ordinary, this time through a mirror into a fantastical realm where chess pieces come to life and time flows in mysterious ways. The story begins in Alice's familiar world where she engrossed in a book of nonsense poetry, particularly the enigmatic Jabberwocky. Intrigued by the mirror reflection of the words, she ventures into the looking glass world. So, this new world is a giant chessboard, and Alice herself becomes a pawn in a grand game, which was led by the Red Queen. So, as she progresses across the board, she encounters many peculiar characters, like for example, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum twins, the pompous Humpty Dumpty, and the enigmatic White Knight, and the fearsome Jabberwock. The Red Queen's world is one of the never-ending motion and constant change. She insists that it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. So this paradoxical statement encapsulates the fluid nature of time and relentless march of progress in the looking glass world. Alice's journey was surrounded by nonsensical conversation, riddles, and word play. The characters she met challenged her understanding of language and reality. Humpy Dumpy, for example, asserts that words mean exactly what he wants them to mean, a declaration that underscores the arbitrary nature of language and the power of interpretation. As Alice steps through the chessboard, she faces numerous trials and challenges. She must outwit the Red Queen, confront the Jabberwock, and navigate the logic of the Looking Glass world. So along the way, she learns valuable lessons about the power of imagination, the importance of perseverance, and the absurdity of life. Lastly, Alice reaches the eighth square and is crowned queen. However, she soon realizes the emptiness of such title and she wants to return to her own world. So with a final leap through the looking glass, She re enters her familiar reality, and then she realizes that it was all just a dream.